If you want to go out and buy something on credit, you're probably going to have to go through some sort of credit assessment. And it's much the same for governments when they want to borrow money. They're constantly being scrutinised by credit rating agencies. Now, the sovereign debt crisis across much of Europe has highlighted the role these agencies have in how easy or how difficult it is to borrow money in the markets. This week here in Brussels, the Parliament's Economic and Monetary Affairs Committee has held a hearing on credit rating agencies. The big three agencies are Fitch, Standard & Poor and Moody's. Their job is to assess the likelihood of a government or company being able to repay borrowed money. In recent months, several EU member states have seen their credit rating downgraded by agencies because of concerns over these countries' ability to service their debts. Some political leaders have attacked the rating agencies for making it even harder for governments to borrow and for undermining the EU's response to the debt crisis. Wortmann-Kool is a vice chair of the EPP group with responsibility for economic and monetary affairs.
Well, to be frank, the cause of the debt crisis is laid in irresponsible policies of governments. That caused the debt crisis. But in trying to solve the debt crisis, we have seen at several moments that the rating agencies, and especially the timing from their downgrades, was not very helpful and not necessary even.
The European Commission has proposed a series of reforms to regulate the actions of the credit rating agencies. The Commission says agencies must be more transparent about their ratings, more accountable for their mistakes, and they must face much more competition. Verena Ross, the head of the European Securities and Markets Authority, an EU agency, gave the keynote address to the hearing. She expressed support for the Commission's plan, but struck a note of caution.
I fully support the Commission's aim to achieve greater competition in the CRA sector, which might have been hampered by investors and users of ratings relying mainly on the most established CRAs in practice. Having said that, at least in the short term, there's a risk that the new entrants might compete by offering higher ratings or by lowering prices. This could have a detrimental effect on the quality of the rating process and the reliability of the ratings themselves.
The credit rating agencies say they have a vital function in a free market and that investors depend upon their judgment and research. Susan Lowney, senior legal counsel from Fitch Ratings, was one of the main participants in the hearing. And beyond the credit rating agencies, the wider financial services sector is somewhat sceptical of the need for reform. However, the Commission's approach is generally supported by the EPP group, which has been instrumental in passing several key pieces of legislation aiming to enhance the governance and supervision of the financial sector.
We have to improve the system dramatically. So first it is needed that that we get more transparency in the way their methods and the way they calculate their ratings. Second, I would very much favor new private initiatives like currently ongoing, that we also get more Europe-based credit rating agencies playing their role.
No one disputes the importance of credit rating agencies to the financial sector, but tougher EU regulation could be on its way. For more information about our group's activities, please visit our website, eppgroup.eu. Thanks for watching and see you again soon.